Click
Okay.
forward and then share my screen.
All right. So y'all have been hanging out with us for a while now, doing these growing for gold calls. They have been so fruitful because I think last month we had like three new gold rank ups and one new senior gold. And so these calls have been so good, so effective. We want you to kind of soak it all in. Brittany, is there a way to make that bigger or no?
Oh, I
Maybe.
thought it's saying full screen for me.
Yeah, no, it's got all the slides underneath it. Maybe like zoom in or I don't
Hold
know.
on.
So what we're going to talk about today is the importance of having your new VIPs go and find even just one person. It is so important that we are doing
That
that.
better?
No. It's okay though. Just go to that next slide. It's no big deal. Go to that next slide and we'll just go ahead and kick this off. That second slide there.
Did it not go to I'm on the second one.
No, I can't see it. It looks like your screen share is paused.
Oh,
You're
okay. Hold
probably
on.
gonna have to. This is why, yeah. Okay, so what I want y'all to know, hanging out at corporate last week, we talked a lot about our compensation plan and what makes it different than a lot of companies out there. If you were on last night with me at during that event, you probably heard me say that there is a company right now that is kind of slowly moving their way through the US. It's $500 to join, and you don't even get products. You get products like it's like a pre-order basically for $500. Britt, you can mute everybody or mute the iPhone. So yeah, it's pretty wild. And being at corporate, like I was able to really, it's like validation of the fact that our compensation plan and our model and our when it comes to getting paid and how we get paid, it's people based. Our model is people based. That's how this works. We're not paid off of commission. We're not paid off of how much you sell. I'm not contacting Shelby and Heather at the end of every month and saying, "Oh, hey, I need you to go sell $100 more." There are some network marketing companies that do that. Y'all may have even worked in some that do that, but I cannot imagine because commission based is pushy, and Plexus is not that way. So there's a couple of things that I wanted to remind y'all of is that when it comes to your VIPs, we are going to go into December with a new strategy called the Plexus Plus One strategy. Our whole corporate is rallying behind this idea of Plexus Plus One. So if Heather Miller is my new VIP, my goal is to go and help her find one person to do this with her. Okay. How many of you guys have new VIPs that won't even go silver because they feel like three people is too many? Like I know that I've had that, like even just three people, and you're like, I did it, you can do it, but really three people can be overwhelming for a lot of people. And so basically what we're doing is we're going back and we are taking it back to simplicity of just go find one person. Just go find your plus one. Just go find your mom, your sister, your cousin. Go grab one person to do this with you because of accountability, because you're going to get an extra $37, because like having somebody do this with you, you're going to have better results, you're going to be more consistent, you're going to stay longer. And so I want y'all to just know that going into December, if you're on our team, we are going to be implementing the strategy that corporate is rolling out at Super Saturday, and it's called Plexus Plus One. And it's basically where you help all your VIPs go and find one person to do this with them. And I'll show y'all in just a minute the numbers and what that looks like on a couple slides. So when it comes to VIPs, your goal should be three new VIPs each month. In the chat, tell me how many VIPs you have signed up already this month. Brittany, there is something over that paper. I don't know what it's saying. It's like present. It's not showing that graphic anymore. So when it comes to VIPs, yeah, share how many you've signed up already this month. Your goal as somebody that is working the business should be 3 new people every month. Your goal as somebody that's working the business should be 3 new people every month. Why? Because that's healthy business building. That's healthy sharing. That's healthy. Like, oh my gosh, Liz says 10. So like really guys, when it comes to working this business, your goal should be 3 every single month. Okay. You should connect your new VIPs to your sponsor. If you have not connected your new VIPs to the person that helped you get started, you are missing out on them being introduced to the community. You're missing out on them seeing another testimony. You're missing out on them seeing the hype and the energy behind Plexus. Okay. You cannot do this all by yourself. And coming from somebody that used to recruit 20 people a month, that is not sustainable. And you're going to burn yourself out real quick because those people are not going to, all 20 of those people that you get in a month are not going to still be here in a year, because how are you going to keep up with all of them? How are you going to introduce them to the community? How are you going to show them energy and get them on team call and all of that? So really, guys, connecting your new VIPs to your sponsor is super, super, super important. And if y'all have not done that yet with the people that you have already signed up, throw them in a group message on Facebook with your sponsor and just introduce them to the person that helped you get started. And then that 4th thing, make sure that you are talking about the business. How many of y'all could do a better job at this? I wasted a lot of my time in the beginning of my journey because truly, you guys, I sponsored like 20 people a month and I was fine with that because it was fun and this was hobby money. But then I quickly realized like, oh my gosh, there is no way that I'm going to be able to maintain gold rank or go jewel and average 6 figures a year and get that Plexus Lexus, like go on that trip, y'all. It's an Alaskan cruise in September. Next September, 2025, it is the first ever Plexus Alaskan cruise. And I don't know about y'all, but that's like such a bucket list trip that every single one of y'all can be on. Even if your goal is simply just to go gold right now, I know people that went jewel in 9 months. I know people that were sitting at gold and went emerald 4 months later. Like it can be done. Okay. It just goes back to what are you doing from the time that you're sharing to the time that you're signing these people up? How confident are you? What's your energy look like? And how often are you talking about the business? We got paid last week. I don't care if you got paid $20. That $20 you can be sharing about. I share this all the time about Jenny Turner, but she last year or this year when she rejoined, she had taken a couple years off due to different seasons of life and all the things, but she did a live and she had a $20 bill and she was like, I just got paid $20 from Plexus. I'm going to get my nails done. Like, thank you, Plexus. $20, you guys. And that like blew up. People were like, oh my gosh, I didn't know you can make real money with things like that. Or I didn't know that, like they actually put money in your bank account. I thought you got your, product money. Like, so it's so important that y'all are talking about money, that y'all are talking about the business. Okay, that next slide. I want y'all to see this cool graphic, and it's still a little small, but it's okay. Y'all can screenshot it too and see. There you go. So this starburst effect, I want y'all to like soak this in and borrow my belief that we have the best compensation plan out there. Okay. A lot of network marketing models look like one person at the top and everybody else is beneath them. And you cannot pass your sponsor. You cannot make more money than your sponsor. You're pushing sales. You have to have a certain amount of sales before you unlock that next rank. Like there's a lot of companies out there whose compensation plan looks like that. Plexus's does not look like that. So if you look at this starburst effect and you have you in the middle and you've got 4 VIPs around you, look what happens when those people all go and grab friends. And that is insane to me. When you help people and those people help people, a business is born. Y'all cannot do this on your own. Like, I want y'all to remember and understand that, like, going gold is really freaking cool, but going ruby and senior ruby and jewel is even cooler, because that's where like big money starts to set in. That's where you can quit your full-time job if that's a goal that you have. That's where you can pay off debt. You can pay off your house. You can start paying off those student loans. You can start saving. You can come home to be able to take care of your parents. Like, that's where that big money, like thousands of dollars, start to enter your bank account, all because you were open to getting on these calls like this, learning how to build a business. When you're working for Plexus, you're not selling Plexus. You are sharing with people and you're loving people, and then those people go and do the same thing. What happens when people get in this and they, I don't want to say fail, but they maybe aren't as successful, or they go backwards, or they hit burnout. What happens is they stop loving people. They stop sharing with people. They start getting really salesy. They start getting really graphic-y. How many of y'all are like, I've got to stop posting all these graphics. I've got to start getting more personal. That is so important, especially if you have a VIP underneath you that's curious in the business and that is open to going gold. Like, you've got to have that energy for her. You've got to have that confidence for her. Y'all plug in and read a book together. Get Out of Your Head by Jenny Allen is a great one that our team right now is doing for book club. Atomic Habits, How to Win Friends and Influence People. There's a book called Take the Stairs. There's one called Leadership. Like, I'm looking at my stack of books over here, and I was always learning. I was always open to learning, because this business is people based. We are people based. Okay, that next slide. Yeah, there's another one called Dare to Lead by Brene Brown. And then we do, there's a devotional book called 100 Days of Believing Bigger. We actually utilize this book a lot. We send it to new silvers, and we'll just send it to them through Amazon with a little gift note. But it's a really good book for like just a daily devotional. Like, it talks about dreaming bigger and things like that. So, fun fact, when you go gold, it's called 100 Days of Believing Bigger. When you go gold, there's something that like lights up inside of you that's like, okay, let's go all the way. Like, I don't know anybody else on here that's been successful and been in Plexus for a long time. Y'all know, like, it really is a thing. Like, when you go gold, it's like,
I was
okay,
doing it. You
I'm
took it
here.
from me.
Like,
I thought you were just plugging it in.
When you go gold, there really is like a little fire inside of you that's like, okay, I'm ready. Like, I'm going to do this. And people start seeing your success. They start seeing your consistency. They start seeing that you're evolving and changing as a person, because you're reading books like this. Like, I actually have this one on my desk right now, Emotional Intelligence Habits. I got it at the airport. It's crazy, because the more emotionally mature we are, you guys, the more we can just love people where they are without any expectation, and help them. Okay. Whereas when a lot of times when we first jump into this business, we have these expectations, we feel judgy, we feel, like there's an attachment of like, well, if I don't help them, then it's my fault that they're not successful. Or like, these are all things that you grow through as you're continuing to stay with this company and build your business. And so it's important that you know and understand, like, the more you learn, the better. Okay, this slide is really cool. So level ones, I'm only going to do level ones and twos. Level ones are 6 pay points. Level twos are 5 pay points. This is where, again, it makes Plexus different than any other company out there, because we are paid off of people. So those points that you hear your upline talk about, or you hear us talk about, they're people. Okay. And you're always going to hear me say, don't chase points, chase people. Chase people, love people, encourage people, and know that your business is going to be up and down and up and down. And that's just the beauty of it. Okay. I sat at Senior Ruby for 2 years, went backwards, hit Senior Gold, came back up and built to Emerald, sat at Sapphire for 2 years, and then went Diamond. Okay. Your business is not going to be a straight shot the whole way. You're not always going to be rowing uphill. So level 1s are 6 points, level 2s are 5 points. If you have 10 level 1s, if you have 10 customers and they all get a combo, that's 40 points. 10 level 1s is 60 points. So if you have 10 level 1s that have all ordered a combo, that's 60 points. If you help a level 1 go silver, so this is the importance of talking about the business, hosting events with your team, making sure that you're even hosting like a private messenger event or a private text mini gut health text event or a Zoom or whatever. It is so important that you're helping your people not just get their +1, but go silver so that they can see that first $300. You get a bonus when they go silver. Like, it is so important. So when you help a level 1 go silver, you're going to get 15 more points just for them going silver. And then when you help 5 level 1s get their +1, that's 25 more points. Now you're gold. How cool is that? How cool is that? Which is why the Plexus +1 is going to be so important for y'all to like really chime in on that and really get energetic with that. Because if 5 of your level 1s all go get their +1s, you now have 25 more pay points in your organization. The pay point has been anywhere from $2 to $3 a point within the last year. That is what makes Plexus different. So gold is 100 points. Y'all know that. We've talked about that on these Growing for Gold calls. And then if you're wanting to help another level 1 go gold, then they need 100 pay points. So you're going to go and you're going to teach them the same thing. You're going to teach them from the very beginning what they're doing when they're talking about it, what they're doing when they're sharing, what they're doing when they're hosting an event. You're just going to lock arms and do this with them. And I'm just going to burst everybody's bubble. Not everybody is going to stay, and that's okay. The people that got me to gold are not who got me to ruby. And the people got me to ruby are not who got me to emerald. Okay. You're always going to be having new people come in. And which is why like energy is important, which is why like we're always wanting that momentum, right? Because when momentum hits, our businesses go crazy. That starts with you. That starts with you getting on these calls and learning new things. Okay. That next slide, Britt. This next slide, this is actually a picture of me on stage when I walked across the stage and got my diamond. I sat at Sapphire for about 2 years, okay? And I had to learn a lot about myself. I had to learn a lot about leadership. But what I want y'all to know, even those of you that are like first starting out, you're starting to learn how to build your business, you're dipping your toes into learning, your business can impact so many people. And I don't just mean like products to help them get healthy. I mean, when you go all in with something and you are confident and you are learning and you're growing and you're sharing vulnerable things and you're, having emotional conversations with people and you're starting to begin even like spiritual maturity of like, I'm starting to pray over people. I'm posting, prayer time on Monday mornings or whatever. Y'all do not realize it, but your business can truly impact so many people. Like even in the most simple ways, like you being here and taking away what you hear today and going and sharing about it on a live or on your story or with your team, take a little video and share it in your team threads. That's going to impact them. Every little thing that we do whether it's learning or getting new VIPs or helping somebody make some extra money, ranking up ourselves, earning a trip, all of those things impact people. And something that I was very grateful for in this moment of being on stage and just bawling like a baby, I had so many people say, Marissa, it took you 8 years to get to Diamond, but I respect that because you didn't give up. Like you just kept going and growing. And it was like when you failed, you tried again. And so just the grit and the desire to keep going, you guys, it is so important. Your business truly will impact so many people. Get clear about what you want. If your goal is to go gold, why do you want to go gold? Why is that even a thing? Why are you having that thought? Why did you join Plexus? If you've not shared those things specifically with your sponsor, I highly recommend it. If you've not shared those things on social media, I highly recommend it. Again, all of these things can be such an impact on other people. Schedule coaching. I highly recommend coachings once a week. If you are wanting to grow your business, you need to be on a coaching with me, Natalie, Brittany. You need to be on a coaching with us once a week. Even your senior rubies. I know they're using Calendly now. Calendly is an app that we use to schedule different times for appointments and coachings and chats and things like that. But you should be having a coaching at least once a week to just learn more about the business and learn more about how this works. You need to be attending calls and events, not just because we say that it's there and because it's like a checklist type thing. You need to be attending calls and events for your own belief. Like at corporate last week, Kenley Seaburns, she has like 3 jewels now under her, and she did it in 2 years. They have 3 calls a week. And she said, girl, I'm on every single one of them. I love it. It builds my belief. My people that are working the business, they're on every single one of them. And guess what? Their camera may be on and their AirPods may be in their ears and they're doing the dishes and giving babies a bath and, working out. But like they're there. You need to be attending these calls. Growing for Gold. We've got team call tonight. We've got we've got a business opportunity event Thursday night. Like it is so important that you're showing up and attending these things for your own belief, because your own belief, the more that belief grows and the more that you see that it's doable and possible, the more action you're going to get into. Okay. Also, if you're not registered for Super Saturday, highly recommend that, whether you're going to the in-person event in Dallas or just doing it at your house or somewhere around your area. And then lastly, learn, read, and grow. What are you currently reading right now? What are you currently listening to? Did you listen to a podcast this morning while you were getting ready? Have you read anything today? That's what is going to motivate you. Some of y'all are like, well, I'm just a little blah. When's the last time you read? When's the last time you dove into a podcast or a YouTube training? Or when's the last time that you were on a coaching? It's important that you understand that like you can't just figure all this out on your own. Like you can't do all of this on your own. Because otherwise you're going to fall flat on your face. You're going to procrastinate. You're not going to be motivated. You're going to have excuses. You're going to wake up and be like, well, I've posted, but nobody's reached out to me. So I'm probably not really good at this. That's not true. There are people that do not have influence that are very successful with Plexus. And it's because they had a desire to do so. Okay, Britt, what's that next slide look like? So a little from corporate, these 2 pictures, top left, Brooke Hemingway, me, Jordan Roddenberry, Amber Miller, Melissa Eichenhorst was there the first day, but she had to leave on Tuesday. And then you have Kenley and Ashley, who is the new big marketing. Like she's working literally over hours and overtime to bring some stuff in 2025 that's going to change everything about our business. When I tell you, like, y'all don't, I don't even think y'all are ready for what's coming. There's a lot of changes and it's in a very good way. It's going to make everything simpler, trendier, the energy, all of these really cool things to look forward to. On the right there, that's me, Natalie, Cheyenne, Brittany, Jean, Jory, and Alec. And this experience was really cool because it was just such an honor. Like that top left picture, I flew in Monday morning. We were there Monday and Tuesday, creating these things that I'm talking about, discussing, collaborating, all of our ideas coming together. And then Brittany, Cheyenne, and Natalie, they flew in Wednesday for the Jewels of Excellence. We're actually looking into getting that name changed to Jewel School because it's way cuter and way more fun. And so they were there for Jewel School and they came home like so fired up, so excited. That is an invitation special for those people that go Jewel. And so that corporate experience, though, you guys, again, it was probably one of my favorite times visiting corporate because of what's coming. Like, because I've been doing this for 8 years and like we've seen new product launches and we've seen, new marketing and like we've seen that, but y'all don't realize that like what is coming. They're going to roll a little bit out on Super Saturday, a little bit out at Leaders Retreat, and then the big thing is like June convention next year. But y'all are in a safe place with a company that is very financially sound. That's with a company that values us and that values you guys. Like, even if you haven't met people at corporate, just know that like they care about us. These people could have up and left years ago, sold the company, whatever, it's like there's no way that they're going to let that happen because they love Plexus. They truly love us. They love everything about our community, and their morals or integrity are to make a difference, to leave a legacy lasting type company on the world. And so big things are coming. That's something really excited to look forward to. Just a little bit of corporate. Okay, that next slide. And guys, last week was just really cool because I came home and I was like, you know what? Everybody's going to want to be part of this. Like everybody that quits now. So don't quit between now and next year because you're going to want to come back. Everybody that's, ordered from you, they're going to want to come back. And it's up to you to go ahead and set that standard now to bring that energy, to bring that confidence. Okay. So my question for you is, what needs to change for you and your team to reach your goals? If you have a team, do you know what their goals are? Do you have a list of everybody wrote down? Do you have a marker board at the end of every month for Magic Week that's like, okay, Shelby, this rank, Heather, this rank, Amanda, this rank? Do you have that wrote down? And do you have a plan on what needs to change in order for you to get there? So I want y'all to ask yourself that question. What needs to change for you to level up, for you to re-rank, or for you to rank up, or for you to earn the Leaders Retreat cruise, or for you to help somebody else go gold underneath you? What needs to change? Maybe it's something as simple as tweaking the way that you respond to people, or tweaking the way that you're posting, or tweaking procrastination in the fact that like you're not doing anything throughout the day. You're posting one time and expecting people to come to you. Maybe you need to reach out to people. Maybe you need to host your own event with a sideline partner or a friend. Maybe you need to talk more about the business. Maybe you need to go to that little restaurant in town and just be confident and go to that owner and say, have you ever considered gut health? Because these products that I'm using are amazing and you get a free reset this month. Like, maybe you need to do more of that, because I'm just going to tell you now, the only way that you fail at this business is if you quit. And gold rank is where that magic begins of like, what if I could really do this? Like, I went gold. Y'all, gold is hard. It's like 18 to 20 orders. So like, I totally get those of y'all that are like, this is so hard. But you go back to that slide that I shared at the beginning. if your people got their +1 and you were excited about that and you talked about that and you made phone calls about that, everybody knows one person. We always talked about, well, everybody knows 3 people. Guys, let's take it even more back. Everybody knows one person. And so if they all go get one person, how many more points do you have in your organization? How many more points is that pushing you closer to gold? Okay. So I'm excited. We've got 2 more weeks left of the month. The more excited you are, the more excited your team is going to be. Remember, your business can impact so many people. So show up, do the things, go live, talk on your stories, host those events, send the video reach outs or the voice record reach outs. The more confident you are and the more energy that you bring, the better. The more people are going to be inspired, the more they're going to trust you, and you're in a safe place. Borrow my belief through the phone right now that Plexus will have the biggest year it's ever had in 2025, and you're in the right place. So I love you guys. Y'all have a great rest of your day. We'll send this recording as soon as we get it. Bye, y'all.